It's the time of the week where we really start struggling to remember what day it is. Today is Wednesday, but you can tell even by the way the caps are laid out here that it's hard to remember that. It's, just they all blend into one. Just to lean them out there to create a bit of space. That's where we're at. So, we've got to learn to chill. We've got to learn to relax. We need a beer that's not going to test us too much, but give us enough to get ourselves back together. Tonight we go with Lost Armada, West Coast IPA from Lough Gill, who are of course out in Sligo. Wonderful folks. I like the sort of minimalist design here, but they had one a few years ago called Heinewiser, which was obviously a good, Mickey take name. Great beer as well. Absolutely, just snazzy 90s vibe cover to it. Very different to what they do today. But I like this. I like this a lot. So let's crack her open. Now, those of you who tuned into last night's video know I did my worst head pouring of the lot so far. Let's see if we can improve even slightly on that. And by improve, I mean not be as terrible, just to be clear, not to actually make... Yeah, we did have a bit of spillage there. Not that we'd have as bad a head. Look, it's not great, but I've poured much worse on this show. And so, sorry, you get the can again before I put it down. Lough Gill, Lost Armada. Lost. I don't know how I'm getting oars in the word lost tonight, but that's where it's at. Now, as you can see, this fella's got a fair bit of fizz, fair bit of pop to it. It's a lively looking beer. Let's just check the ABV on this actually before I go on, because the one thing I forgot to check. It's an even 5%, so perfectly fine for a Wednesday night. It's Wednesday, by the way, just in case you weren't sure and you are watching this tonight, it goes up. So that means there's 2 more days in the working week. I know, it gets confusing. So... well, for most of us, some people do still work weekends during all this. Nice. It smells very lagery, I gotta say, for an IPA. But let's see if it tastes very lagery. Not remotely. Getting that good bitterness along the side of my mouth. It's almost like overwhelming the rest of it on the initial taste. I'm going to have to have a second one here just to really appreciate it. Some good orange in there. A little bit of melon as well. Good combination. It's a really nice breezy one. Now, the first thing that comes to mind here oddly is the pairing, or more accurately the lack of pairing I do with this. It's a very gentle beer. Like, there's a lot going on, but it's a taste that's somewhat delicate. So if you were to have your full dinner with this, even if you're going for the cheap and cheerful light tonight, which was your crappy meat pies from Tesco and garlic bread, baguette, not exactly gourmet brilliance, right? But they're not that overpowering in terms of their flavours, those things. Is would still struggle to get through, even with something that crappy, So I think this is definitely a standalone beer. This is the beer you have to have after dinner to let it all wash down gently. I think after dinner is the ideal time for this. That said, excellent summer beer as well. Just imagining eating, because I eat a lot of meat at barbecues in the summer. I know you're shocked, and I always like to have something that'll. See, some people like to have the flavour punched up when they're having barbecue. Me, I want it balanced out. I want them to wash that down so we can keep enjoying more of it. This is going to do that. This beer is going to hit that spot right there. Get those last bits of chicken, those last bits of sauce, last bits of, pork rolling around your mouth. And, you're between the assortments of flesh you're destroying with your teeth. And you want something gentle, but gets the job done, has a bit of flavour of its own, makes you start thinking again. We got one here. So that's tonight's beer, and I'll get back to it again before I finish the video, but as you may have seen if you follow me on Twitter, it's @JRyan is the Twitter, by the way, I got my first delivery from Craft Central today. There are a couple of absolutely fantastic ones in there. I'm waiting on one other box to arrive, which is coming from Arkeen. That's going to be up sometime this week, I think. And once that's in, I'll be planning out the next 2 weeks of beers. I have enough to plan out a week beyond now, right now. Even before that box arrived, actually, I was able to plan out the following week. But once the 2 of these boxes are in, I can plan out the next 2 weeks, and then we can sort of start looking at. I'm thinking of a couple of specials within this. So things you'd like to see me do in this, I'd love to hear about in the comments. Beyond obviously try different breweries, and I know one of you's been asking a lot about Ballycloncavan. That's in the Ardkeen batch. It's on its way to me. So once that gets in, I will roster them in very quickly. Don't worry. Ballycloncavan are on the way, literally, to me. Another leash brewery for those of you wondering. We've obviously already had 12 acres, and so yeah, getting more breweries in. It's incredible to think that we've only had a couple of repeats so far as well. This is also tells you just how many breweries there are in Ireland, because there's still many more breweries to come. Like with those 2 weeks in planning, I'm trying to actually have no repeats, because when it comes to the really strong ones, I try and rotate those in gently, because I only do those for weekend beers, my Friday, maybe my Saturday. And I haven't done a weekend beer on a Saturday yet, you've noticed, because, well, I've had too much fun on my Fridays. So, bearing that one in mind. But I think, we got some stuff coming along here. We're going to be here for a while yet, unfortunately. Oh, excellent. We are going to be here for a while yet, unfortunately, but it's the way it works out. And I'm busy working. But I'm also enjoying some good Irish beer, and that's what I want you to do. Get out there, buy Irish beer, keep supporting your local brewers, and if there's a brewery you haven't seen on this yet that you want to see, even don't assume anyone apart from Ballycloncavan is in the list that's on its way or has arrived to me. Let me know. If there's a specific beer, even from one of the breweries already done, let me know, and it'll get rotated in, and I'll definitely give it a shout out on this show. But I don't know why I'm tapping it like, that, but anyway, sláinte.